Welcome back to Acing AP Biology. Unit 12 will focus on viruses. In this lesson, we will introduce viral structure and the basics of viral infection. Viruses are infectious particles. They are non-living because they cannot reproduce on their own, requiring a host. They are defined as ultra-microscopic obligate intracellular parasites. They are thought to have evolved from plasmids or transposons. The first virus that was discovered was the tobacco mosaic virus, which infects tobacco plants. Now let's look over the general structure of a virus. Basic viral structure includes a nucleic acid core, which can be either DNA or RNA, held in a capsid, made up of proteins and subunits called capsomeres. Capsids can be in the form of rods, polyhedral shape, or even more complex. Viruses that infect bacteria, known as bacteriophages, have very complex capsids. Some viruses are also surrounded by a membrane envelope, which helps the virus infect the host cell. The membrane actually comes from the host cell, and it is embedded with viral molecules and glycoproteins, which bind to the receptor on the host cell, allowing for viral entry. Next, let's look over the basics of viral infection. The virus utilizes host cells to reproduce. Every virus has a specific host range, because the proteins located outside the virus can only bind to specific receptors outside host cells. Therefore, viruses can only infect a particular set of host cells due to the receptor specificity. Some viruses have a wide range of host cells that it can infect, such as the rabies virus, which can infect many species. However, others are extremely specific. The human cold virus can only enter cells in the upper respiratory tract. After the virus binds to the receptor on the host cell, it can enter the cell and utilizes the host cell's resources like enzymes, other proteins, and genetic material like DNA, as well as ribosomes and ATP to replicate, reproducing its genetic material and capsid. Once its viral genome and capsid is produced, the viral particles come together on their own in a process called self-assembly. This happens spontaneously. The viruses are then released from the host cell, and the host cell is often decimated due to this. There are two modes of transmission for viruses, vertical and horizontal. Vertical transmission occurs when the virus is passed from parent to child. Horizontal transmission is when the virus is transmitted from an external source. An example of horizontal transmission are airborne viruses that can move from person to person when someone coughs or sneezes. That's it for this lesson. In the next video, we will focus specifically on bacteriophages. See you then. For more bio content, hit subscribe.